Hey everyone, this is Renee Frey from Talent Q, and you're listening to the Conscious Professional Podcast. More people than ever want to be happy in their career and personal life, but they're going about it all wrong. I'm here to set the record straight and emphasize the importance of prioritizing your mindset. I'm thrilled you're here. What if I told you the best way to find your next job is right in front of you, and it always has been? It's right there under your nose, and you're just not seeing it yet. You're just not aware of it yet. I'm going to share with you where you can find this job that's hiding from you in plain sight and how you can uncover it to land the best job you've ever had in your life. What if I told you the key to unlock a new job is being held by someone in your network, someone you know? Would you approach your job search differently? I bet you would. When I say your network, I'm talking about every single person you have ever met, any acquaintance, all the way to your very best friends. I'm talking about your neighbors, your kids, friends, parents, your connections on LinkedIn, your Facebook friends, the people you volunteer with, the vendors you work with, your old boss, your previous colleagues, the people you went to college with, people you went to high school with, the person you just met at an event last week, your friends, your family, a friend of a friend, and any acquaintances. Believe it or not, your network is made up of every single person that you've ever met. Someone you know in your network is holding the key that will unlock the door for you to land your next job. I'm going to walk through two scenarios for you. For those of you familiar with business development, you'll totally understand what I'm describing. For those of you who aren't familiar with business development, here is your crash course on what you need to know. I'm going to make it really simple for you to understand. In business development, there are two types of outreaches, cold and warm. Cold outreach is reaching out to someone you don't know, someone you've never met, and they have no idea who you are. Normally, it takes 7 to 9 touch points for that person to even respond, if they ever respond, and most never respond. The opposite of this is warm outreach. This is when you get an introduction to someone through someone you know, or they know you. Maybe you worked with them in the past, or you met them at a networking event or at a seminar. Put yourself in these scenarios. If someone reached out to you who you didn't know, do you even feel like you owe them a response? Hell no. Now, if someone you know reaches out to you, don't you feel an obligation to respond to them? This is because you know how important maintaining relationships and connections are. You never know when your paths are going to cross again. You know building and maintaining your network is crucial for career success. Let's use the analogy of buying a car. So you're thinking about purchasing a Toyota Camry. When you think of car shopping, what's the first thing that comes to mind? For many of us, it's that image of the pushy, high-pressure salesperson. You know the type, the one who's determined to close the deal the moment you set foot on the lot. Now, let's say your friend Grace recently bought a car from Bob at Minneapolis Toyota. Grace is raving about her experience, how smooth and stress-free the process was. Based on Grace's experience, your first stop will likely be Minneapolis Toyota. And when you get there, you're going to ask for Bob, and you're going to mention that Grace referred you to him. Why? Because Grace's positive experience gives you the confidence that you will have a similar positive experience as well. Bob is already a warm contact in your network thanks to Grace. You're not walking in cold. You're walking in with a personal connection. And that sets the tone for a better experience. This is exactly the same for finding your next job. When you apply online, you're applying cold. You have no connections to the company, and they don't know you from Adam. So all you have is your resume, which is what they will base their first impression off of. Being in the hiring field for over 20 years, let me tell you, only 15% of resumes are written effectively. The other 85% of resumes suck, totally ineffective. Chances are your resume falls into that 85% category. Time and time again, people don't know what to put on their resumes. They don't know how to effectively portray what achievements they've had at companies. Most think they have to include everything on there. They're so long and boring, way too verbose, filled with subjective, fluffy statements. Truth is, a resume is a short commercial about yourself. It's a ticket to land an interview, and that's it. When I review resumes, I normally see fluffy, subjective, generalized bullet points when what you really need on your resume are objective bullet points showing the results you've achieved in the past with data. That's what makes people stand out. And then the length of resumes. No matter how many years of experience you have, a one-page resume will stand out over a 2 to 3 page resume. It shows you are concise with your communication. It shows that you know the important elements to showcase. It says you're not long-winded or verbose. Truth is, when you apply for a job online, you only have a 3% chance of getting an interview. Those are terrible odds. Why is this? You're applying cold. They have no idea who the heck you are and why you stand out from the other applicants. All right, now that you know networking is the key to landing your next job, the real question is, will you actually do it? For most of you, the answer is no. Instead, you'll stick to the familiar yet frustrating path of applying online with the cold method that keeps giving you the same disappointing results. Why do we cling to what we know even when it's not working? It's because stepping out of our comfort zone isn't comfortable. This is where your mindset needs to step in and get a little coaching. To embrace a new approach like networking, you've got to tackle those limiting beliefs holding you back. The ones whispering, "You're not qualified enough," or "You'll never get this job." I'll show you how to silence those doubts, shove them in the back seat, and develop the confidence and courage to start networking your way to your next job. Now, I want you to take a moment to visualize. I want you to imagine coming home from work feeling relaxed and energized instead of rushing to apply for jobs online. You have time to cook a delicious meal for your family and truly enjoy your evening. Imagine waking up feeling happy, knowing a fresh start awaits you, a promising new opportunity that brings both excitement and a renewed sense of security. Imagine spending quality time with a loved one, being fully present and enjoying the moment. No more venting or complaining about the stress of your job. Now imagine being at work in your new job, feeling engaged and fulfilled. You're no longer watching the clock, counting down the hours until you can leave. Imagine yourself in a role where your personal values align seamlessly with the company's mission, creating a sense of purpose and pride. Every task feels meaningful. Every decision resonates with your beliefs, and you feel a deep connection to the work you do and the people you work with. Imagine checking your bank account and seeing extra money, giving you the confidence to plan that dream annual vacation without the nagging worry that an unexpected expense might derail your plans. I know that these things I just asked you to visualize are what you want for yourself. Because after working with thousands of clients who use the strategies I'm about to share with you, these same desires become their reality, and they can for you too. So what prevents you from reaching out to your network? What is holding you back from asking your friend for an introduction to the company you want to work for? Let's unpack this right now. What I want you to do is grab your phone and pretend you're going to take a selfie. So you're looking at yourself in your phone, right? This is your mirror. Truth is, you are holding yourself back. You are the obstacle. I'm not doing this to be mean or rude. You got to know the truth. The good news is you can change. You can reframe your thoughts. You can make a new decision, and you can take different actions. And I'm going to help you walk through this. For me to help you, we have to dive into the beliefs you have about reaching out to your current network. The current beliefs you have that are holding you back. So grab a pen and a paper, and I'm going to ask you to do some activities. Right after I share what I want you to do, and I want you to write down the first thought or thoughts that come to your mind. Here's the first one. So right now, in the next 5 minutes, I want you to reach out to someone in your network and let them know you're confidentially open to new job opportunities. What were the first thoughts for you that came to your mind when I asked you to do that? I want you to write them down. What were the feelings you had when I asked you to reach out to someone in your network right now and let them know you're confidentially looking for a new job opportunity? What were those feelings? Write those down. Did you write down something that sounded like, who would I reach out to? I don't have a network. What do I say? What if they don't respond? Do I even have anyone in my network who can help me? I don't want to bother anyone. No one wants to help me. Maybe you had complete and utter resistance and thought, I don't want to. These thoughts are very common for people who aren't networking frequently or utilizing their networks to the fullest. Every single person you have met for a reason. Have you ever heard the phrase, it's all who you know? It really is all about who you know. Relationships and who you know truly make the world go round. Maximize these relationships to your advantage. Behind all of these thoughts and beliefs that popped up of inadequacy, you're worried what people will think if you reach out to them. You may have doubts about them wanting to help you. You may believe that your network isn't that big, that too much time has passed since you talked to them. Whatever your belief is, all of these thoughts are complete bullshit. We can't read people's minds. We have no flippin' idea what people think of us, and we will never know what they think of us. So stop making assumptions. Let's flip the script. What if it was guaranteed, 100% guaranteed, that if you reached out to one person in your network and shared with them that you're confidently looking for a new job, and that by doing this, you would land your dream job and get a fat raise? Would you do it? Would you reach out to them? Hell yeah, I know 100% of you would. This is what you need to train yourself to believe. This is the shift you need to replace your old belief with a new one. Your new belief and your new affirmation will be, my network holds the key to my next job that will be the perfect fit for me. All I need to do is build the courage to reach out to them. They will be excited to hear from me and would love the opportunity to help me. You got to memorize this phrase. Just because I'm sharing this doesn't mean your belief is going to instantly change overnight. It takes time to get this new belief into your mind and take out the trash of the old one. To get rid of all limiting beliefs that are holding you back from networking into your next job, here's what you need to do. You need to hold the belief in your mind that someone in your network is able to open a door for you that will lead you right into your dream job. You must have a deep knowing that this is possible for you. This may take some time to truly believe this, that you believe it in your mind, and that's okay. For others, some of you might believe this the moment after I said it, and that's awesome. If you start reaching out to people you know and asking them to help you, and a bullshit thought comes up, you need to write it down on a piece of paper. And then I want you to ask yourself, how true is that? Once you ask yourself, how true is that? You'll realize that statement you wrote is not true. So if you wrote down, no one wants to help me, cross that out and say adios to that. So cross out, no one wants to help me. Then reframe that BS belief into something positive and write down the affirmation I've asked you to memorize. My network holds the key to my next job that will be the perfect fit for me. All I need to do is build the courage to reach out to them. They will be excited to hear from me and would love the opportunity to help me. This is what you keep doing whenever you have a thought that's stopping you or holding you back. Write that thought down, cross it out, and write down the new belief that I just shared with you and keep doing it over and over and over until you truly believe that my network holds the key to my next job that will be the perfect fit for me. All I need to do is build the courage to reach out to them. They will be excited to hear from me and would love the opportunity to help me. Now, if you've made it this far into the video and started brainstorming people you could reach out to, that is amazing. But maybe you're thinking, I don't even know what to say. And that's totally okay, especially if it's been 10 years since you last talked to this person. To make it easy for you, I've created done-for-you templates that you can literally copy and paste into a message to someone in your network. These templates work whether you're connecting on LinkedIn, sending a text or an email, or even making a phone call. You can grab these incredible templates on my coaching website that's linked in the show notes. So be sure to check them out. All right, now I want to remind you of this. When you network your way into a new job, you won't just be a resume on the pile of hundreds of others. You won't have much competition. You might not even need a resume. You may not even need to go through formal interviews. Let me share some real-life examples to show you how powerful networking can be. Starting with my own story. I was laid off from a job, and being laid off totally blindsided me. I was not prepared for that, and I didn't even see it coming. Like most people, what did I do? Scrambled to put my resume together, started applying to as many jobs online I could find, but all I got were rejection after rejection email, all while dealing with the emotional roller coaster of losing my job. One day, I mentioned to my sister that I got laid off and I was looking for another job in sales. She connected me with her friend Audra, who worked at a recruiting firm. Audra and I met, and during our conversation, she asked me, "What's your ideal role?" I told her I wanted to be a recruiter. That's when she opened my eyes. My sales background was an asset, and those skills could transfer seamlessly into recruiting. Audra introduced me to opportunities at her company. I went through the process and got hired. That one connection launched my career in recruiting, which later led me to land an executive recruiter role at Target Corporation, all through networking. Another example is a woman named Rachel. She came to me frustrated with her job search, getting nowhere by applying to jobs online. Once she learned my strategy of letting everyone in her network know she was open to new opportunities, things started to change drastically. Rachel came to me feeling stuck and frustrated after getting nowhere with online applications. I introduced her to my strategy of letting everyone in her network know she was open to opportunities. One casual evening, Rachel was chatting with her neighbor, Kristen, over a glass of wine. Rachel mentioned she was looking for a marketing job. And Kristen immediately thought of her dad, John, who was a CMO. Kristen made the introduction. Rachel and John met for lunch. And before she knew it, Rachel was hired. No interviews, no online applications, just networking magic. Jim, an SVP in sales, has had an incredible career at 3 different companies without ever having a resume. How is this possible? He got his jobs through referrals and connections in his network. Isn't that something? Didn't even need a resume and landed 3 jobs. So, what can we learn from all of these examples? A significant portion of job opportunities are hidden and never advertised online. These positions are filled through personal connections. This means that building and leveraging your network is crucial. Instead of solely relying on online applications, focus on tapping into your professional and personal network. Reach out to people in your industry. Attend networking events. Let all your contacts and acquaintances know that you're looking for new opportunities. By doing this, you'll tap into the hidden job market and increase your chances of landing your next role, just like we did. All of these real examples I shared about Jim, Rachel, and me means if it's possible for us, it's possible for you. When you see someone having something you aspire to or doing something you aspire to do, it means it's always possible for you too. Use others as evidence that it's possible for you too. This means using your network will allow you to land a new job quicker than ever before. This is pure magic. And you know what else? In my experience, people who are the happiest in their careers found their job from someone in their network. Why are they the happiest? Because the new job is a great fit. The person who helps unlock a door for you, whether they're a close contact or just an acquaintance, genuinely wants to see you succeed. They took the time to understand what a great fit for you would look like, and they want to help you land in the right place. What makes their help invaluable is their insider knowledge. You can ask them the real, unfiltered questions you might not feel comfortable asking during an interview because you're worried about being judged or coming across the wrong way. They can provide candid insights that go beyond the polished answers from the recruiting or hiring team. The recruiting and hiring team are often focused on selling you the role. Your connection can tell you the truth about the company culture, the reality of annual merit increases, and the reputation of the hiring manager within the organization. Their personal experience working there gives you a clear, more authentic picture of what it's really like, helping you make a more informed decision. The last piece I want to share is this. If you're uncomfortable networking or hesitant to reach out to people you know to share that you're looking for a new job, you'll need to lean into what I call the 4 C's. And that stands for commitment, courage, capability, and confidence. It's a formula created by Dan Sullivan, and it's something we all experience when we're stepping into new territory. Whether we realize it or not, once you make a commitment, you need to step up with courage. Then you build the capabilities, and after all of this, the output is increased confidence. Let's break it down. Commitment is the first step. It's what you do before you have the skills or knowledge to achieve your goal. You make a commitment to yourself. I'm going to start networking to find my next job. This is the starting point where everyone starts when they try to advance forward in their lives. Making a commitment is the first thing you do, even before you have the capability of doing it. But with commitment often comes fear and uncertainty. At this moment, when you face a choice, will you step up with courage to push through, or will you procrastinate and hold back? The procrastinator lets fear stop them. The courageous person feels the fear, but moves forward anyway. Feelings are like waves. They come and go, but they won't overpower us if we learn to ride them out. Fear in particular often feels overwhelming in the moment, but it's only temporary. Just like learning to ride a bike. Fear is a signal that you're stepping into something new and exciting. The key is to take action despite the fear that you're feeling. Think back to the moment on the bike when you first started. Your heart was racing, your hands were gripping those handlebars, you're feeling scared and excited all at the same time. The fear didn't stop you. It motivated you to find balance. And over time, as you kept pedaling and kept trying, fear gave way to confidence. And just like that parent who is running along beside you, in life, there's often someone or something, your inner strength, a mentor, or even a plan that acts as a crutch, giving you the courage to keep moving forward. And over time, you realize you don't need that crutch anymore. And that fear that once seemed insurmountable just becomes another bump in the road. Courage is different from confidence. Courage is what keeps you moving forward, even when you're unsure or afraid. It doesn't feel great. In fact, it often feels very uncomfortable. But this discomfort is normal and necessary. It is the bridge between where you are now and the capability you need to succeed. When you push through that fear and discomfort, your subconscious mind begins to adjust. By doing something new repeatedly, you tap into your experiences and your knowledge to develop new capabilities. And that capability leads to greater confidence. When you've developed a new skill or achieved a goal, confidence is the natural byproduct. And this confidence feeds back into the cycle, inspiring even greater commitment and setting the stage for your next goal. The real reward isn't just achieving your goal. It's the confidence that you build along the way. Confidence feels good. It's a sense of certainty that motivates you to tackle bigger challenges and reach higher levels. This cycle of commitment, courage, capability, and confidence is the foundation for continuous growth. So now that you know networking is the best way to land a new job, it's time to take action. Here are some simple steps to start. Reach out to people in your network and ask what it's like to work at their company. Schedule informational interviews to learn more about roles that interest you. If you see a job opening, ask a connection to refer you. And lastly, if you're interested in shortcutting the process even more to learn the quickest, most effective way to land a new job, you now have the opportunity to join my system called Focus. Focus is your complete guide to mastering every step of your job search. From crafting a resume that stands out and powers you past applicant tracking systems to building a LinkedIn profile that attracts recruiters like a magnet, Focus has you covered. Inside the program, you'll learn how to confidently navigate interviews, impress hiring managers, and even negotiate like a pro, ensuring you secure the best possible offer. Plus, for a limited time, you'll have the opportunity to get direct coaching from me. So you're never on this journey alone. Whether you're looking for networking strategies or need the support across the entire job search process, Focus gives you the tools and resources and the coaching to take control of your career and land the job you deserve faster than you ever thought possible. Click the link in the show notes to get access today. So, the key points from today's episode are: your network holds the key to unlocking hidden job opportunities that are never advertised online. Networking is one of the fastest ways to land a new job you love. Embracing the 4 C's of commitment, courage, capability, and confidence is crucial to taking action and advancing in your career. Thank you so much for listening, everyone. Share this episode with someone you love and go make one change to be better than you were yesterday. Live your life with intention. I believe in you. I'm on a mission to help as many people as possible. So if you would, please hit the follow button so we can grow our community of conscious professionals. Whether you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, you can find the button at the top of the page. See you next week. Cheers, everyone.